Well, this might, you may have already in a way answered this. What does Stephen Moby Leitch consider to be his biggest or hardest life lesson ever learned?
The hardest life lesson, so I don't know if this isn't a lesson, but this is the hardest thing I've gone through.
Mm-hmm.
Once we were divorced, and my former wife and I would have to visit my children.
Yeah.
There was times I would drive through the night from Michigan to get to them in South Carolina. That wasn't hard, driving to them. Driving towards something is never hard. But when I hugged them and kissed them, and they walked into the door of their mother's house and closed the door and I had to drive off, I have never experienced a pain like that in my life. Trying to catch my breath, trying to make it through, but still knowing that the story wasn't over. And I was willing to go through that pain and drive again over and over and over, no matter how many times it took to pursue my kids. So the lesson was like, no matter how bad it is, never give up. Keep moving forward.
And how long did this phase or period go on? Are we talking years?
Yeah, years. Yeah. I mean, even there was a phase in end of 2014, I moved to North Carolina, which was Raleigh, and I was driving every other weekend 4.5 hours from Raleigh to Greenville to pick them up, and either we'd stay in Greenville or we drive back to Raleigh. So there are sometimes I'm driving 8 to 9 hours in a day, going to pick them up. And again, I don't know many people that do that. But when you've been given a second chance or a third chance or a 100th chance, like you just keep pursuing. You never know what it's going to mean to them, because at this point, my words are meaningless.
Right.
It's all about action. And was I getting it right? No, I wasn't getting it right, but I was doing what I could do in the moment.
You know, if you're willing to share, I'm curious twofold, you know, those times with your children alone, you know, once you came to, you know, get them, were those pleasant visits? And number two, are you guys all cool now?
Yeah.
As of this filming?
They were hard. We were on the road a lot. And I don't want to diminish that.
Sure.
But yes, just being in close proximity, being able to wake up in the same house as them, being able to, you know, help them any way I can, it was amazing. You know, I love them, but also, you know, we had just got remarried. I just got remarried to Kelly, and so we're blending a family, and the kids that were living with us are driving with us too. So like we're all in it together. And I don't want to diminish that for them either. It was very hard on them. I mean, it was not easy on anyone, but it was like everybody was willing to do it for everyone else. Are we good now? Yes, we're good now. Is our relationships perfect? Have all the pains and healing? No. Is it getting better? Yes. Okay. Because they were very young.
I was going to, that was my last question on this phase of your life. How old were they, the children you were going to visit? Just to give perspective for the audience. Excuse me.
And when I was in Michigan, they were between 2 and 6.
Wow.
And then in North Carolina, 6 and 10. And then, you know, then I moved closer 4 or 5 years ago. Man. But I actually moved to a mile and a half from their house now, and I've seen them less this last year. You know, because they're older in high school.
Right,
so
exactly.
I'm like, wait a minute.
You know how that works, you know.
You know, but again, you just keep pursuing, never give up. You never know when they're going to need you, when your kid's going to need you, and your door must be open for them.
Amen. I agree with that. Being a father myself, I totally agree with that. Yeah.